In this video, I actually want to talk about insecurities and how they directly affect everybody in your life and who's in your life and why you have or you haven't met the love of your life or your specific special person. And so what happens is how an insecurity is even made. An insecurity is actually made based on an opinion, a perception, a situation, something going on, an experience. Somebody feels a certain way. And so you believe them, feel the same way, and that's what creates that insecurity. And the thing is that sometimes you're believing them, and that's not even really how they feel. They're just being spiteful because they know it'll upset you. And so they say something terrible or whatever the situation is, just to be spiteful, not because that's how they really feel about you. But instead, you believe them. You believe that false information that they feel about you. And you believe it to the point you feel insecure about it and you want the world to see you differently. And so you create these false characteristics or these false narratives in order to have the world perceive you this way because this person made you feel this way. But the thing is that person didn't create that insecurity. So you can't point fingers. Certainly they participate. Certainly, they contribute to part of the insecurity. But you actually create the insecurity yourself. Because you believe them. You believe that fakeness, that spiteful non-truth just to be nasty. You believe them, and now you have the insecurity, and it doesn't even affect them. It only affects you, and you believe them, so now you have this insecurity. You create these false narratives and these false characteristics about yourself, and you want the world to perceive you. And so what happens is this is where nervous system regulation and co-regulation comes in a negative and positive way. And so what happens is when you're insecure, you feel certain ways about yourself because you believe somebody at some point in your life, even though that may not even really be truly how you feel, but you believe it because that's how they feel. It's just an opinion. Being secure says, you know what? You feel that way. That's okay. That's your belief. That's your perception. But I don't feel the same. And so when you don't believe these things, what people feel and think and whatever's going on in this situation, when you don't believe it, you stay secure because, cool, it's just an opinion. You have that right to have that, and I have the right to have mine. But I don't believe the same. It only becomes an insecurity when you believe the same thing. And so what happens is when you're insecure, your nervous system is unregulated. And what happens is you have this false persona, this false narrative, these insecurities, and you literally attract your like-minded through the same vibration of people that also have insecurities and false personas and false narratives. They also feel the same way. And so that's why you attract people that are the same. And you're both insecure. You both have things that you believed about somebody at some point in your life. And you both have these false things about yourself. Because you're afraid to be authentic and show that authentic part of yourself. But what happens is so that's the co-regulation in a negative way. You attract somebody else that's also insecure. In a positive way, like I said, when you say, you know what, cool, that's your opinion. I don't feel the same. I can stay secure because I don't believe the same as what you believe. And we both have the right to believe what we want to believe, right? That's self-will. So when you can stay secure and not believe what people think, you don't develop those insecurities. You can stop them before they even become one. And then again, you attract like-minded people. So you are regulated within your nervous system because you are secure. You attract like-minded people through co-regulation, just like in the negative way. Now this is in a positive way. And so you meet other people that are also secure and authentic to who they are. So that's why you also meet the love of your life, and that's where I was going. So in the negative co-regulation, the insecurity and the false narrative and false characteristics, when you attract people like that, it's person after person after person, toxic, lesson after lesson, okay? It's because you attract like-minded, co-regulation, insecure, false narrative, false characteristics. Instead, be secure. It's okay to let people to have their opinion, but I don't believe it too, which makes me stay secure. I attract like-minded, co-regulation, other people that are also secure. And then what happens is when you are secure and you're authentic and you allow all these truths about yourself, you don't have to have this false characters about yourself, characteristics. Instead, you're authentic. You're just who you are, and like that's cool if you like me, cool if you don't. I don't have to be everybody's cup of tea. I'm cool with that. When you're okay with that and you're secure and your nervous system is regulated, you attract the same, and then what happens is because you're authentic and you show all those parts about you because you're secure, you are the masterpiece to the love of your life.